Back at the Nursing Subject Guide. I'm on the Finding Articles tab, which again lists all of the essential databases for your nursing research. The next database that we'll be taking a look at is CINAHL Complete. CINAHL stands for Cumulative Index to Nursing and Allied Health Literature. This is an excellent resource, and while there is some overlap with the content in PubMed, there's also unique content to CINAHL. So let's go ahead and get into the CINAHL database. CINAHL has its own unique control vocabulary. So mesh terms in PubMed are called CINAHL headings in CINAHL. While there are some similarities, there are also unique headings known in CINAHL. So let's go up here and build our search query using CINAHL headings. Looking at our PICO and pulling out our key concepts, let's first take a look and see if there's a term that is associated with urinary catheter. And we can see that for urinary catheter, it's telling me use this term, catheters, urinary. So let's go ahead and click on that. We can see where this term falls in the hierarchy of CINAHL terms. If we want to see the definition of this term, we can hover and click on this scope note, and we can see whether or not this fits our concept. If it does, which indeed it does in this circumstance, we're going to go ahead and click on the box in front of the term. At this point, we can make this a major concept if we'd like to. We can also include a subheading. We can restrict it. If you do not select any of these, then it's going to include all of the subheadings. And you can see that it's been placed over here in a little box indicating that this is a term that we'd like to include in our search. At this point, I'm going to go back to the term list. I've got to scroll down to this link on the bottom that says Browse Additional Terms. At this point, let's take a look at device removal. Now let's take a look here. There is a term here. Let's click on this and see where it falls into the CINAHL tree to give us some context. Here is device removal, and unlike in PubMed, there's actually a more specific term available for us called catheter removal. We can go ahead and click on that more narrow term, and we're going to add that to our search query. You can see it's been added here. I'm going to change the combination of the selections to an AND so that it searches both terms. Finally, there's one other concept that I want to make sure that I am searching for. So I'm going to browse additional terms. I'm interested in urinary tract infection. Now you can see that it's telling me for urinary tract infection to use this, but I'm also seeing that, unlike PubMed, there is a more specific urinary tract infections catheter-related term. So let's go ahead and add that to our query, keep the combination as AND so that it searches all of the terms together. So let's go ahead and click Search Database. And you can see that we've got 19 results. Looks like very relevant results. If we need to utilize any limiters on the left-hand side, we can. One limiter that I'd like to quickly show you is if you click on the Show More, we can go ahead and exclude Medline records. And let's go ahead and search that. And now we're ensured that every citation that we're seeing in here is unique to CINAHL. It's not something that we would have found in PubMed. So that's how you use CINAHL headings to build a search query in CINAHL.